Hello, everyone. Welcome to Preterist Papers. I'm Patricia Bailey, and this is the 102nd discussion in this series, and it's titled The Woman Clothed with the Sun. You can find this free printable 2-page PDF at preteristpapers.com. The woman clothed with the sun is a vision of the kingdom of God, untouched by conflict, where radiant perfection reigns. In contrast are the following verses where trials and sufferings dominate. The timeline of this passage extends 70 years from the birth of Jesus to the last days of the Old Covenant. 3 narratives appear to be joined together: the travail of Israel and Mary, the travail of Jesus Christ, and the travail of first-century Christians. We will seek to show that this passage was meant to give assurance to first-century Christians, and although suffering was their lot for the time, they were being lovingly provided for by God. Number 1. The woman clothed with the sun is a sign or symbol of the redeemed, the people of God in their perfection. She is at peace and highly exalted, clothed in glorious light. The moon, representative of the times and seasons of the Old Covenant feast days, are fulfilled and at her feet. She is crowned with 12 stars, a symbol that unites the Old and New Covenants. It is a picture of transcendent glory, with no conflict. This reality remains constant even through the sufferings in the rest of the text. Number 2. She was with child and crying out in pain. It seems we are meant to see 3 themes in this one statement. Israel and Mary gave birth to Jesus in suffering. Jesus gave birth to the gospel in suffering. The gospel gave birth to the Christian movement in suffering. Number 3. Because of its size and power, the dragon is the most terrifying of images. The 7 heads and 10 horns give this red dragon of verses 3 and 4 an added dreadful expression. That escape is impossible. In Preterist paper number 101, we posited that the red dragon represents the high priesthood and the Herod dynasty. The New Testament documents their opposition to Israel and Mary, to Jesus, and to the disciples. Think of the attempt to kill the promised Christ child, the false accusations against Jesus leading to his crucifixion, and the persecution of the early Christians. Number 4 speaks of the Messiah who would soon take the throne of the eternal kingdom of God. This verse is often translated to say that the Son will rule the nations. However, a more accurate rendering of the Greek is the Son will shepherd the nations. The shepherd king guides his people invisibly into his righteousness, often through suffering. We must add that the idea of imminence is usually omitted in many translations, presumably because of futurist assumptions. Translated properly, Jesus was about to reign and shepherd his people. This was the new covenant fully consummated in AD 70. Meanwhile, Jesus led his disciples to the end of the Old Covenant age. He said, "Behold, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." And number 5, the woman, the symbol for the Christians, flees to the wilderness where she would be taken care of for 3.5 years. 3.5 years was the duration of the war that ended with the destruction of Jerusalem. Jesus instructed his followers to leave Judea when they saw certain signs. In Matthew, he warned that when they see the defilement of the temple, Christians should flee. In Luke, he warns that they should leave Judea when they see armies encamped outside Jerusalem. Coincidentally, Josephus, a Jewish historian and eyewitness to the war, reports 2 events in the fall of AD 66 that fit these 2 descriptions. Concerning the Matthew warning, Josephus reports that the temple priests unlawfully denied Gentile temple sacrifices as well as turning from their priestly duties to prepare for war. Concerning the Luke warning, Josephus reports that the leader of Syria brought the 12th Roman legion to Jerusalem in a pre-war effort to put down the Jewish rebellion against Rome. The commander, inexplicably, withdrew after only a few days to return to Syria. We believe the Christians left Judea after these events. Eusebius, a 4th century historian, reports that Christians fled to Pella, a town in the Gentile territory of the Decapolis. In number 6, we document the assertions in number 5. In closing, believers are the woman clothed with the sun, regardless of circumstances. Our eternal state and our experience of suffering are two parallel realities. We must never fall prey to believing in the prosperity gospel, or that inimical spiritual forces, or even that worldly rulers have power over us. We live in relationship with our shepherd king, growing in dependence on him as we confess our weaknesses. Jesus said, "Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world." Thank you for listening.